Did I touch myself?
Mm.
1, 2, 3. I love that song at the beginning. I love the song at the beginning. It's like Shaft, almost.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
Yep.
I fucking love it. It's straight like what we would listen to if we were cool.
Yep.
Like I sometimes turn that kind of shit on and sit there and like, you're not cool.
Right.
And then when people pull up on you,
we
turn
get
it
to be
down.
Cool once a week.
No, so like the funny thing is like people that ride in my car sometimes. How do you think I found the music for our live show? I typed in creepy lounge music on YouTube.
And you play that for people?
And play that. So they're getting in the car and they're hearing these kinds of songs that are like dinner theater kind of songs, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, and I don't know what they think, but I'll be like just fucking blasting it.
No, can you turn the radio off, please?
I can tell you what they
You gotta
think.
pay more for comfort. If you
see
pay for
you-
comfort, I'll turn the radio off.
They see you with those glasses. I know exactly what they're thinking.
They're like, oh, God. He's
Stop
4
right
days of build on a bomb away from the next.
Is he gonna ask me to watch a movie?
Does
Stop
he
right
want to
here,
watch
let
some
me out.
videos? Jeffrey Dahmer.
These are the Dahmer glasses.
Dahmers, that's my Dahmers.
Dahmer.
Yeah, I think they look best for me.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
They're great.
It's hard to see me now without them. That'll put them on. Because I couldn't fucking see before. Apparently, I was damn near blind.
Oh, my goodness.
So it wasn't just colorblind, but it's blind.
Blind as well, you know.
Blind colorblind. It's one of the worst.
Yeah.
My God. Why does God hate him so?
But you don't know that you see shitty until they put glasses on you, and it's like, oh wow, okay. So it took a while, because it's like
Stigmatism.
yeah, but it's like watching, you know, when you're setting your focus on a camera, how the background blurs out. So I can automatically do that though. It's like, bam, now you're in focus and everything's blurred out. Now you're in focus. So before I'm like Jameis Winston, like squinting to make that happen.
And you're driving around people blasting crazy carnival music. Shit.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, dude.
Well, that shit starts to go when you get older, though. So, like, you know, you just your vision starts. Anyone else starting vision a little, hair go a little, like you ache more. All of a sudden, it takes a month to heal something. Should take a day.
My hair's good.
My hair
Yours
wa-
is
my hair
not.
went a lot. My hair went a lot.
What happened?
So addiction is real. You guys got me on this shaving regimen. You know, shave your legs.
That's
your
him.
legs. And I'm like, so I'm shaving up, and I come at each part that I shave, I come out and I'm like, hey, how's this look? You know, do a little modeling and a pose for Mr. Brown over here.
You guys have the craziest relationship.
And then he's like, just a little more. You can get a little more off the top. So,
It's not sexual; it's sensual.
whatever it is, it's starting to get ridiculous because I'll be up in the middle. I'll be up in the middle of the night. Everybody else will be sleeping. I'm in the bathroom, and I'm just like,
It's like them zip popping videos
Right,
that
I'm
people
just
watch. You
shaving
just
it.
get satisfaction out of it.
You got addicted
Train
to
watching.
shaving.
I'm
Train wreck,
addicted
you
to
can't stop.
shaving.
Oh, you poor thing.
And I just can't bring myself to do the face yet, but I mean, I'm really thinking about it. I might tonight when I'm sleeping, when everybody else is sleeping. He makes me do a lot of weird
If
things.
you've seen True Lies, where Jamie Lee Curtis is dancing in that dark room for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do it slow. Do it decimo.
Yeah,
I
it's
did
just
that.
like that. Okay.
It is a lot like that.
It's not sexual. It's sensual.
It's special.
So what are you doing with all this hair? Are you donating it? Are you making pillows for him to sleep upon?
Locks for love. Locks for love.
Locks and lice for.
I don't have lice.
Oh, so I was told by a scientist that when I discover Bigfoot, I will not only discover Bigfoot, but the organisms that live on him as well, such as lice, because he will have a body lice that's unique to himself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably some new STDs too.
If we get this Bigfoot, we find fucking Bigfoot smokes Newports. Busted.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, I mean, what's that comedian that goes, "Fucked up head"? He's got a fucked up head.
What is he talking
Who
about
is that
now?
guy? Oh, I can't remember the
Is it
comedian. Jacked up head.
I don't know.
Why is he doing this thing?
That's the sprinkler.
It's like a chicken. He's like,
Oh, dude, I think you look great. I think I think you're one step away from doing a full shave just to experience it once and then just grow that shit back. But I'm telling you, this like Amish rite of passage you're taking amongst human beings, like we got to get you back before it goes too far.
Yeah, that shit's gonna itch when it grows back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left out some parts, but was it maliciously?
this seems to be a
It's
bit
because we
brutal.
smoked the Bigfoot's weed,
Right.
and everybody knows Bigfoot has the chronic.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, he does.
The best shit there is.
It's the skunk. Super skunk.
The Bigfootist.
So I guess we should talk about some meaningful shit.
Yeah. I got something kind of rad again. It coming in with folklore, and hopefully people like that because I think it's a little fun. But I'm gonna tell a
Mary
story.
and her little lamb.
Yeah, well, that's actually an interesting one we can talk about another time. But
Knew it.
but if you can follow me and try to guess like what story this is that you heard growing up, it's really interesting. So there's this lively gentleman, okay, and he's annoying the hell out of his wife one day, and she's like, "Get the hell out of the house." So he's like, "Fine, I'll go for a walk in the forest." So he takes off. He takes off on a walk. He goes and he's just wandering and he's forest bathing. And the part of the story that's great is that he finds his peace. He calms down. He finds his center. And he gets out there and he decides, fuck it, I'm just going to chill. And all of a sudden this dude comes up and he's like, "Hey, could you help me, sir? Could you help me? I've got this jug and I just can't carry it. Would you help me carry it?" And he's like, "Of course," because he's a friendly, super awesome dude. So he helps him out, carries the jug with him. They go. There's a town. They have there's a party, big celebration. He's like, "This is great. I never knew this was here." And they fucking party down and he gets hammered on this interesting elixir in this jug, like it was like wine mixed with something. Anyway, so he wakes up and he's like, "Oh fuck, I shouldn't have had glass 80," and everyone's gone, and he's just in the woods.
This is not a fairy tale, bro.
And he's in the woods. This is every week in Florida. No, but he wakes up and he's like, "Oh shit, I got to get home." So he goes home, can hardly find his house. The first people he runs into are his kids, and they're all old. His wife's dead. The American Revolution is over. He lives in British-occupied community right now. He's like, "What the F is going on?" Thank you, Washington Irving. This motherfucker slept for 20 years. He ripped the fucking Van Winkle out. See ya! Anyway, so Rip Van Winkle,
This is not
experienced a time slip or a portal, a fairy, we don't know, but let's just call it a time slip, right? Well, that book by Washington Irving was inspired by another book written about the Cursed Mountain. And the Cursed Mountain, Untersberg, it is sandwiched between Joey's Germany and Arnold Schwarzenegger's Austria. And it is a place of such maximum high strangeness that if it went head to head with Mount Shasta, I think it would be the heavyweight contender. So this place, okay, it is what hasn't happened there, from mysterious creatures to time slips to caches of American and German money and munitions to mysterious peoples coming out of the mountain to UFOs to Bigfoot type creatures. Your people are there. They're everywhere. You guys are well connected. You're like the capybara. You're like the friend of all animals. But anyway, so this place, when you go down this peak, it has over 500 cave systems, a third of which hasn't even been discovered yet because they just can't access it because it's one part spelunking, one part like underwater, like going through water and shit. It has something insane like over 400 lakes in it, or 500 lakes in it, just lakes in this giant fucking thing. Like, what is this giant basin they've gone into? In 1992, I believe, I might get the date switched, 2000. Yeah, no, in 2008, the spelunking team went down and they found another lake 3,000 feet below the surface with magnetic anomalies up to 13,000 feet deep. Okay, so you're just like, okay, interesting, whatever. It's a mountain. It could have some shitting into it. But this dude, this author named Stan Wolf, this old guy, he's in his 70s now. He wrote a book about all these people and people he's interviewed that have come out of the mountain that he's met that come out confused. Like, we're talking like the Christian faith, the Muslim faith. They all have stories about hundreds of people going in for a wedding procession, like to get married, and doing it within this small cave or in the side of the mountain and coming out 100 years later. Like, crazy shit. Fucking when the Dalai Lama went to visit it, he specifically wanted to go to the mountain because, and after staring upon it, he said, "This mountain is a sleeping dragon. This is the heart chakra of the world." And this motherfucker's from the Himalayas. And he's staring at this mountain just randomly, and, Joey's Germany. And he's calling it this most special sacred thing. And our bad boy at the top of the bad boy asshole chart, Hitler, was obsessed with it. Obsessed so much.
Joey's Hitler.
Joey's Hitler.
Don't put don't put those two together.
No. Horrible dude. But he was obsessed with this mountain, and he built this villa, which he frequented a lot. Like he got away there, and he had a high-powered telescope that just watched the mountain, which some believe is where they got the inspiration for UFOs and their technologies, because they were literally watching it. It's like this mountain is a giant tuner, and it filters in and out of just these channels, basically, where you get glimpses into these crazy ass worlds. And that guy Stan Wolf's still alive. He's in his 70s, so that's someone. If we went to Germany, I'm just saying, it is a crazy awesome idea to go to the base. Joey's Germany, not Joey's Hitler.
Not German's Germany.
No,
Joey's Germany.
That's my Germany, he says. I mean, sorry, the real Stacey Brown. And but anyway, so this mountain is magical. It's absolutely insane.
At the real Stacey Brown.
And they have the technology now, which is, so the trick is getting in, right? So we'd almost have to be like secret A-Team adventure. But they have things now called a flyability drone, you might be familiar with, which is basically just super high-powered, long battery, long-range drone that has a casing around it so it can bounce off walls, and it can do deep cave exploration. So the tech's there now, and they also have like a magnetic anomaly detector, which is more commercial level now. You can actually buy it. And our trick would be how to boost the signal enough, because there's no way we get 3,000 feet down, right? Like we're not at that level yet, but we might find some shit. Like King Charlemagne, they believe is buried here.
Charlemagne?
Yeah, King of the Franks, 1798. Like the first Holy Roman Emperor is supposedly in there, guarded by dwarfs, and he comes out every 1,000 years. And if he sees the ravens flying around, he goes back to sleep, which is probably where we got Huxtable Bill or whatever the goddamn beaver groundhog. Yeah,
you're from up there, bro.
Bill
Huxtable Bunny Terry.
the Huxtable Bunny turd Terry.
Bill
What town is this?
So this is Untersberg mountain. Just phonetically spell it. I'm probably butchering it. I'm so sorry to the German people. Don't snipe me. But
It's in Germany or Austria?
on the border.
On the border.
Yep.
I've been
Josh.
I've been to the border, and like the Zugspitze is like the biggest mountain in Germany. I wonder if it's like one of those right around there. I've probably seen it.
Yeah.
But there's like gorges and tunnels that go in the mountains and all kinds of stuff.
This Germany trip is sounding super fun.
Oh,
Bro,
it'd
I'm
be
telling
dope.
you, you would fucking love Germany.
It'd be dope.
Germany is fucking top notch.
Yeah, it's
Shit's
beautiful.
cool as fuck.
Like to visit, or you would
Fuck
live
yeah.
there?
Oh, I'd go back there. I'd live there if I could.
Traitor.
Really?
Greatest hookers in the world.
So
No.
what is
That's the Netherlands.
Amsterdam. We're stopping there. You have to fly through Amsterdam anyway, I
We
think.
got a pit stop.
what is the
Red light district. It's in Amsterdam.
what is so good about it? Like what is so just the scenery, or like the people, or like
I like
the
the
laws, so
the
you don't have a lot of
culture, the
freedom?
food, it's beautiful. The history. There's history like
Oh, of
in
course.
Europe that we like can't even touch here. There's
yeah, this is-
fucking castles and Roman roads and
Postcard towns that look like fairy tale shit.
Yeah.
Like you're like, wow.
yeah, like
this
the
is real?
town I lived in. Like you walk downtown. I mean, they're like real small, but it's like you step back in time. Like it's super cool.
The last great reset, they didn't get rid of everything, and you will find traces over there of
Mhm.
like, whoa, this what? Like, look at our architecture where it's gone to shit.
So are these towns like commercialized yet? They have like a McDonald's.
I mean, they have that stuff. Well, not the towns I'm talking about. Like the villages that we lived in, they didn't have McDonald's. They would have like one small grocery kind of store, a
Right.
gas station, a bakery, or a
That's my only word.
bakery.
Yeah.
A drink store, whatever. Like the bigger cities had McDonald's and all that shit.
Gotcha.
But hey, there was this one town that we went to several times called Rothenburg, and they had my favorite museum. Like we went to all the museums over there, and every town had their own museum. Rothenburg had a crime and punishment museum, and they had all the old executioner swords and hoods, and, like all the torture equipment. Like it was fucking cool as shit.
Tell me you're a soldier.
that
without
whole
telling me you're
town-
a soldier.
That whole town was inside a castle. Like with the walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're still there, and the town's inside of it.
That's
Just
How,
like
how do
would
you
think-
get to live there then? Like you rent an apartment, or you
Yeah,
can't
they
buy
live-
land inside a castle?
I don't know how that works, but I mean, there's like you have like a shop on the bottom and then like an apartment on top of it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of like that through the whole town.
So awesome.
And you like parked outside the walls and like.
I just
public
picture
parking
this
and
place
went in.
as like super poor, third world country.
Germany.
No, Germany's the
These
center of
places you're
industry.
talking
Center of
about.
industry for
No,
Europe.
Germany's.
Superpower.
I mean,
Superpower.
It's just like here. Well, it's not. It's a different culture, but it's like it's modern like here.
Right.
It's not It's not third world in it.
They are literally the center of industry for Europe. Like, you want to talk
Yeah.
a powerhouse with the most money, the
Well,
most
yeah, I
influence.
know that, but like these villages, these places that are out in the middle of
when
fucking nowhere.
when I say village, I just mean small town.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't mean like mud huts.
Yeah, I'm still thinking they got like oxen and like hay
No,
wagons
no,
and
no,
shit.
no.
What?
Now they do have farms around, like
You
the
said walk back in time. Yeah,
the
fuck
villages
a
do
wooden
still have
wheel.
farms and shit. Like
Oh,
there's
that's
farms around
funny.
them and all that,
So
but
they're Lamborghini.
We got to get you to Germany. You're going to be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like, motherfucker, this
And
is
the-
real?
the Black Forest is fucking cool as shit
The
too.
homeland. Yeah, I heard
Or-
it's super haunted.
Yeah, werewolves, vampires, and the original Bavarian cream donut.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of those.
Oh, you will be if you have one.
Oh,
I'll eat it.
okay, I got you. Oh, I know you'll eat it.
Bavarian cream, make you fat.
He'll eat anything, though.
Yep,
Yeah.
eat it.
So where would you go? I guess. What's your number one place that y'all would go if you could do an investigation anywhere in the world? You could do an investigation. What would the investigation be, and where would it be at?
So, I would go to a concentration camp, and I don't mean and
Like,
not in a
pay
disrespectful
attention
way.
better?
Yes.
I understand.
Put my thinking cap on. But I mean, a concentration camp, but not in a disrespectful way. But we went to one. We went to one called Buchenwald, and some of the pictures they have there is just bodies piled up and
Jeez.
all kinds of like weird stuff. But I mean, like they say that, like traumatic things or crazy things are the amplify the haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that that's like the mecca of like traumatic things. You know what I mean?
That's
Probably.
really interesting.
So I feel like if you're gonna get a response out of anything, it's gonna be in a place like that.
You know, another place that's like that, that's right not far from us, like where we live, it's like maybe 4 hours tops, is Fort, it ain't Sumter. Anyways, there's this fort right there in Georgia, and it's where they kept all of the Yankee prisoners of war.
The winners. They took the winners?
No, it was a Confederate, like, prison camp for these fucking Yankees.
And they killed them all.
And it is the worst. It is like the worst of all of them in the country.
Like torture and everything.
Yeah.
Like waterboarding times.
Not
10.
feeding them.
Oh,
Just fucking not feeding them. And like, just getting sick and then having to eat each other.
Oh
wow.
Fucking crazy, dude. That'd be a place like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. I wonder if they would let you do the,
What experiment?
Not
would you
at
do?
all.
No, not at all.
why?
It's very.
No freedom.
No, it's not that.
Fuck
It's-
freedom.
When you go to one of those
want
places,
guns.
it's very. I don't know the word.
Be sacrilegious.
You're very quiet when you're there.
Yeah.
Like it's surreal to be in a place like that. Like it's weird. Like everybody's real quiet. They're scared to touch anything. Like they don't want to,
Respectful kind
yeah,
of deal.
it's weird.
Well, if it was possible, fucking Zach Baggins would have done been his ass up in that place.
It's a demon.
Which he's catching a lot of shit lately. You heard of why?
Why?
Getting shows canceled?
He got a show canceled. Apparently, he got Destination Fear canceled,
Yeah.
and then he like put a cock block on Nick Groff from ever getting a show on a network he's on. That's what happens when you fucking have all the fucking viewers, your number one show on the network.
Yeah, you
That's
can
real.
cock
That's
block anybody.
big dick energy right there.
Yeah, he fucking straight cock
He
blocked
bagged him.
people. In all fairness, like,
Take this bag.
I had heard that a lot of shit on travel was about to get canceled because of the Warner Brother merger, you
Mhm.
know, and so like who knows, but you know how the fucking internet runs. But
Either way, congrats, guys, on your insane success.
yeah, right. Where would you go?
Way to go.
What would
Where
you
would I
do,
go?
and where would you go? Paranormal investigation in a concentration camp is the first one.
Please say an aquarium with a dolphin. Just go for it.
That was last week.
SeaWorld,
Yes! Yes!
I'm going to Disney.
the dolphin tank. No, I would actually. It's been on my mind for a while, and I've been trying to figure out how to do it, like realistically do it, because I don't think it'll actually cost that much.
What? Switch hands?
That'll cost a lot.
Feels weird, but get into it. It's nice. Give your arm a break, man.
No, I want to set sail into the Bermuda Triangle
Ooh,
to UFO hunt.
Nope.
that's ballsy. That's
Nope.
big,
Talking from two people who fuck that, bro.
Me and
big.
Matt.
How far out? How far out?
Like, I want to be in the center of the Bermuda Triangle, and I want to sit there and try and summon UFOs
Hell
for like
yeah.
a week straight.
hell yeah! Look at the.
Hell yeah. Me and Matt will take care of that investigation if you guys
Go
are too
ahead, bro.
chicken shit.
Go ahead. I ain't getting on that.
I'll watch
know
from the
better.
shoreline with a Mai Tai
know better.
and a big old.
It's not the Bermuda Triangle part. I don't know if you've fucking been that far offshore before, but I have and spent a lot of fucking time offshore.
Mhm.
Fuck that. Like, how big is the boat you talking?
Oh God, say small. Say small.
No,
Well,
34
I'm not
foot
being
was what we
picky.
was in.
It's me rowboat.
12-foot John boat.
It's me rowboat.
right?
You know,
Just
crazy
Out there
as
with a
shit.
trolling motor,
Hey,
just
crazy as shit on slick ass calm days. We'd be 100 miles offshore. Be homeboy out there in a fucking John boat.
Yep.
Way the fuck. I was like, what are you gonna do if the weather turns, bud?
Bro, I've seen him out at Sea Tower.
Oh, this is fucking way out past that.
He's like, meth makes me a superhero.
Like, good lord.
I
But
read
yeah,
Beowulf.
hey, I don't know, man. I don't know because it's not that it's a Bermuda Triangle, but there's just so much shit that could go wrong
Well-
when you're out there, and nobody's coming to help.
So, like, the Bermuda
Nobody.
Triangle is what it is, right? Like, it's
Right.
got the history. It's got so much crazy stuff that has happened there, right? So that's, like, part of the reason why I want to do it. But the reason I want to do it is because it's desolate. Because no one can get out there.
Mhm.
It eliminates most of the air traffic because most air traffic doesn't go
Hey,
through.
they actually avoid it.
That's what I'm saying. So
Magnetic
So-
anomaly.
that is the perfect place to make sure, all right, I am in the center of the Bermuda Triangle. There is miles of nothing around me. If I see something in the sky,
Mm.
what the hell is that?
Skylink.
Okay, so first of all, your
Skylink.
issues are if the weather turns, you'd have to stay up on the weather, right? You'd have to ride out of storms.
He could do it.
Probably have something besides like what we had, because what we had was something with diesel engines on it, because we had like 5,000 pounds of ice.
Mm.
Then you're adding 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of fish to that.
Yeah.
You see, we wasn't running nowhere fast.
Yeah. No, I was thinking more along the lines of like a sailboat.
Wow.
Like sail.
Fuck
On
that,
a
bro.
schooner.
Is it a sailboat made out of salmon semen wood?
Do you know how
Seaman.
slow a sailboat moves?
I do, but I would elect to have one with like a motor option as well. But the reason being just
That would give him and Joey time to bond.
well,
oh my God,
here-
dude.
all right. So
Are
the
you
reason
ready
why-
for true
all right,
friendship? Like it's
reason
a
I want to
dolphin.
use a sailboat
it's not sexual.
in particular
It's sensual.
is because less less electricity.
Yeah.
So it would be easier to run experiments out there and not possibly have communication systems messing with as an excuse.
Yeah, but you got to have
EMF
those
as an-
communication systems.
I know I know how risky it is. That's why I'm saying I've
You
looked
got to
into
be
it.
able to call for help.
You're
been
like his
looking-
dad. You're trying to talk him out of it. You're like, son, it's good to have dreams, but some dreams are stupid as
Well,
fuck.
no, hey, maybe if you went on a tugboat, I'd be down.
I mean, I'll do
Take
whatever
a sub
boat.
out. Take a submarine. Then if weather gets
submachine.
bad, tell you, take a submachine. Fuck these fish. No, take a submarine and go out there, and that would be good.
Maybe a tugboat, something big, like
something-
something 40, 50 feet.
Even if it was like a yeah.
Well, so what you have,
You'd be
like
undefeatable.
what we had, was in case of an emergency, there was a, like it looked like one of them escargot like hauler things you used to have back in the early 90s that had like the curdle on it.
What?
Yeah, it was like this box you put on top of your car to haul your shit if you didn't have a truck, right? Or if you wanted to keep it out of the way.
Fucking hippies.
But anyway, it's this like plastic box, and out of it would bust this raft
Mm.
that had sides up on it so you could get
Yeah.
out of the fucking rain, and it was unsinkable, so they say,
Mm.
right? But it had a satellite beacon and a light on the fucking top of it.
Well, that was the next. Like, we can get like a satellite beacon, like a distress beacon.
Yeah, with the
a
red
lot. There's a
beacon.
lot of. I actually had a friend of mine recommend it to me for bigfooting, because if I'm out, let's just say we go out in a mountain or I'm in the middle of the Everglades and like I have no cell service, you could just and I'm in trouble. I can pop that beacon, and it'll sit there and last as long as it can.
How much does that run? A beacon?
Thousands
any-
of dollars for these like.
What about LEDs?
Inflatable boat.
Well, for the inflatable boat, yeah, but for the actual, like, if
I
you
just mean the
if you,
beacon.
if you want one,
Yeah.
couple $100.
Yeah, they sell them at West Marine.
Yeah.
They've
We
got a
should
whole
sell
bunch
them on
of
our site. The beacon.
We should get bacon
The Maddie Supernatural Beacon.
Yeah, maybe.
or bacon.
Or who doesn't love bacon?
The bacon.
Well, like,
Let's get the bacon.
I would try to make it as safe as possible. Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can only go so
But-
far.
But you know, like, I just feel like if there's any place on Earth
Mm.
that's truly like where there's nothing in the sky, that would be the place to go if you want to monitor the damn sky.
I wonder if
I've heard
the Coast
Amsterdam
Guard
is
goes
good.
that far, because I know there's sections of the water where nobody's coming to get you.
Yeah,
You're in a
There
gray
is.
area,
there is.
right? Like, and then even if you're only like 100 miles offshore, Coast Guard's going to take 8 hours to start looking.
Yeah.
Just for them to get the guy ready to fire up the fucking plane. They ain't coming immediately.
That's why we should have
Well,
like
we could go out with multiple boats.
so much more Coast Guard.
Oh yeah, then you just multiple people in the water drowning.
Well,
Oh, fuck.
Tonight on
I'm just
Shooting
saying,
Down
as a
His
backup
Dreams.
boat or whatever.
All right, fine. It's a dumb idea. I'm never
All right,
going.
what if we? All right, so like Jeff Bezos' super yacht.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
I'm just saying there's
Mega
boats out there.
That's how you get
with
his
other
super
boats
yacht.
attached
Right,
to
but
it.
like,
Is he
And
gonna
ha-
let
like,
you
any-
use it though?
I would just be worried. Like, I would just want to make sure. Like, my biggest thing was, all right, check where the storms are. If a storm's rolling in, we leave. Like, we were coming home one time,
Mhm.
and like we were like 3 hours out of these 36-foot forecasted waves in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh
you know,
boy.
That's 36 feet from the fucking crest down to the bottom,
Hold your balance and projectile vomit.
and then
Good luck.
back up. You wouldn't do it. It'd be like George Clooney in the fucking Perfect Storm. You just ride and fall back down. You're all fucked.
Yep.
It was, dude, it's so scary to go sleep on a boat. Like, for me, that's why I slept in the wheelhouse, because it was right there by the door and I could get out.
So
Everybody else would go in the cabin.
first of all, that's insane, and I can't nothing can kill him. But I want to see him do it in the John boat. When you said the dude was all the way out there in a John, let's compromise. You don't have to go to the center. It's your first time. Maybe just put it in her a little bit. You
A
know?
little tip.
Yeah, just a tip.
Just get
And-
to the
and-
corner
and
of
just
the triangle.
him, these two on a fucking John boat with John Boat Jim. Yeah, fucking do it every Wednesday.
Listen.
Don't fucking talk to me. I'm focused.
I've been trying to talk these guys into going and renting one of those lighthouses down in the Keys and looking for mermaids.
It's the first time I've heard of it.
UFOs would
Right.
be a good addition.
Ain't
to
nobody
that.
ever invited us. To
That's
go look
actually a
at
really good
mermaids.
idea. Just a couple months ago, there was a dude who was out on Sebastian Pier.
Horny dude.
He's seen a UFO. I filmed some sort of thing. I don't even know what it is really, right in front of my house.
The white, that
Yeah,
white.
Oh,
fire
that
showed
thing
me?
the other day, that's pretty cool, because, like, there's no
Like,
noise coming from
There's
that.
no
No.
noise coming from all 5 of them that I filmed.
Huh.
Volume button.
It was
down.
there was one behind me, like 3. Like there was 2 going this way, 1 going this way, and then another one going that way.
These
all I'm
billion-dollar tomahawk
So-
drones.
Well, I started. I'll be honest with you. I started filming because I was wondering if I was filming missiles,
Yeah, yeah.
like because there was actually
Missiles.
planes,
Yeah.
Not
flying around.
And they didn't. They just kept their.
They
Sounds
just
like a
kept
fucking
going.
asshole.
Maybe
I- You know, and what?
it's a chemtrail drone.
Well, the point is that like there, if you're in an air, all right. So this is one of the main reasons why I want to go to a place that there's no air traffic.
Ooh, he's gonna say.
Because there's a dude. There's
There's a
I
dude.
shouldn't say just a dude, but there's a lot of dudes.
At least 3 dudes.
Who are
now.
Slow to go, because there's a lot of dudes. All right, I'm following along.
who are into UFOs,
Oh, right.
and
I
they
hope
sit
to get
down
one
and
of
they,
those.
they
Your
sit there.
fucking orifice.
Well, hold on.
Can I get one of
Raccoons,
those
bud.
dudes?
Raccoons. 2 raccoons.
Oh, that's.
No.
We gotta test that. I mean, no, we don't.
No,
Yes,
why
we
do we have to test?
We're gonna test.
So, well, the point is that I see a lot of people on YouTube, content creators.
Yeah.
They sit there and we have these UFO live cams, UFO live cams, and 9 out of 10 times they're sitting there filming nothing but drones, nothing but shooting stars,
Mm.
nothing but planes, and they're trying to pass it off because most of these people are uneducated on what planes can and cannot do, what drones can and cannot do.
Mhm.
They I don't want to be a jerk about it, but
You're
like,
like,
when it
Yeah.
comes to, oh yeah, sign up for $20 to watch my live cams,
Yeah.
and they ain't filming nothing but freaking airplanes,
Right.
and they're using a 720p home security camera to film it.
Mm.
It's not right.
does it make you mad?
It does. It actually
I
does.
told you he was
So,
mad.
Yeah,
I told you he was
Mad,
the
mad.
That's how you
solution.
feel.
What I've heard is the solution to this. These people charging this money, and maybe I read between the lines here, but there's people charging the money,
Mm.
right? And they're filming planes and shit. But if we go hang out with 5 dudes,
Yeah, bros.
5 guys.
5 guys, these certain 5 guys,
Penis and thighs.
Penis and thighs, guys.
5 guys, penis and thighs.
wow. Basically, though,
Boner.
if we go hang out with the sausage party, we'll see UFOs, and then we could charge $20.
Can we charge 30?
I mean, we're already doing it.
Make sure everybody signs up for our Patreon page.
By the way, yeah,
Boners and thighs. What was it?
New 5
Five-
guys, boners and thighs.
More viewership.
yeah, I've got to go to church now.
All that production and growth just went.
So I guess Bigfoot. We've got crazy ass in the middle of the ocean. We've got
If you guys-
concentration camp for Bowden concentration camp. Speaking to the microphone.
Joey's
Verboten.
So I just want to go back home to Germany, please.
Scheiße.
Yeah. So where would you go and what would you do?
If you guys would let me free, I'll go back to the Himalayas and visit my cousins.
Okay.
I think I'd like to take y'all with me. Think
I'd
you'd
love to
like
go.
it.
Like
Think
in the
you'd like it.
Himalayas, weed grows just everywhere. From
Yeah.
what I heard, it's just growing all over the place.
We do partake.
Me and Stacy have talked to a guy that I guess died on the side of one of
Oh,
the
he
mountains.
knows him.
down-
Mike.
Oh, yeah, you know him.
Mike Taylor.
Yeah.
What?
Dropping names.
Yeah.
This guy, like, if we ever, I talked to him because I was wanting to do a documentary, and then I can't remember COVID happened or whatever, but Mike was up in the tallest mountain I think in South America, right? And his dad used to tell him something about the mountain when he was a kid to give him, like, one day you're gonna climb this mountain, son,
Mm.
right? And so he goes and he does it, right? Some storm blows in, kills like 12 people on the mountain.
What?
Like his
And
whole
he's-
team or something.
Yeah, whole team dies. He stays clung to the side of a rock face as the storm's going through, and they don't even search. They're like, nobody could have fucking survived that.
Oh my God.
So then, old boy, climbing down on his hands and knees,
crawling
by the way,
down.
crawling down on his hands and knees,
Penitent man will pass.
like dragging his legs.
Yeah.
He said he put himself in a position to where when people found him, he would have died with dignity. It didn't look like he suffered. That was what was in his fucking mind. All of a sudden, he sees somebody. He sees a guy,
Oh.
right? And he starts following the guy, but the guy won't. The guy answered him a few times, I think, nods of his head or something like that, Joey, right?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Gestures to him.
Yeah, and keeps walking. Now through this fucking, I think it's still blizzard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still blizzard. He's
Having
following
visions.
this guy. He follows this guy, and then he comes to a cliff, and he's in somebody's house, sitting in a chair drinking hot cocoa. And the next thing he notices, or like he jumped off the cliff, or no, he didn't. The next thing he notices, he's crawling.
Chapter missing.
He's crawling over all these doll heads.
Oh yeah.
What?
Crawling over all these
Yep.
doll heads, right? And then he sees this cliff, and it's like thousands of feet. And he's thinking, hey, the camp's just right there. I can just jump, and I'll be right there. I'll fucking be there in a minute.
That's true.
Yeah.
The thing talks him out of it, the guy,
Yeah.
and he follows the guy back. He gets to a trail. The guy disappears, and somebody walks up and finds this motherfucker. He basically crawled back to camp, and they're like, "Holy shit, somebody survived!" And so they're healing him up. They're calling the fucking helicopter, right? He gets to the helicopter to take him down the mountain.
Mhm.
The helicopter, because it's so high up, fucking loses lift and falls like 10,000 feet free fall, spinning, boo boo, all the things going off. He thinks he's about to die. Last second, the helicopter catches lift
Yeah.
and fucking flies,
Okay.
right? And he gets to safety. They then take him to a hospital where they tell him the guy goes,
You have testicular cancer.
the guy's trying to explain to him sawing off his feet because they're so frostbitten. And he's like, no, you can't saw off my feet. You can't saw off my feet. And the doctor says to him, and I remember this fucking like it was yesterday. He goes, you'll no need shoes anymore. You'll no need shoes. So Mike's like, fuck you. You're not cutting my goddamn feet off.
Yeah.
Leaves on these frostbitten Mr. Deed's feet.
So was he just like two peg legs? Tap, 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 tap,
On
tap, tap,
crutches, bro. And then he takes a bus like 650 miles or something where he gets to an airport and flies home. And his feet are fucking perfect. And he's planning to go back and do it again. The man almost died like 4 fucking times on the trip.
Yeah, hey, this dude, though, is legitly, if you met him, he is a badass.
So you know this guy.
Oh, well, I'm good friends with him.
Yeah.
He's in Georgia, has invited me, gave me rights to do his film, and then the COVID shit happened and we got tied up in this paranormal stuff. It wouldn't be a paranormal film per se, but the what do they call it? The mystery hiker or something. All these people, when they're dying, they'll see this thing that walks them back to where the fuck they came from.
Count of Saint Germain.
Well, and then it always disappears. There's a name for it. I can't remember. We'll put it in the show title.
Why the doll heads though? Like he sounds like a wonderful gentleman. He has hot cocoa. Like I
was-
was like Santa Claus. All right.
He was like expressing that he was like hallucinating, so he was seeing all this weird shit that he couldn't explain. So like
He's on the
doll
brink of
heads and
Because he was dying.
yeah.
He was dying.
Oh, yeah.
But
he was-
somehow
he
this
was
man
like
let him-
Extreme Trump.
And I might
like
be wrong, but I
anti-death.
think he had hypoxia maybe and
Yeah,
things
dude.
like that. Like
And severe acne.
Yeah. But no,
Crazy
hey,
story.
straight up, dude.
Yeah,
So
goosebumps,
yeah, we
man.
got to interview that
was
guy. That guy's
nuts.
amazing.
this
He's like-
this dude's like the most interesting man in the world. Like
Seriously.
He really is.
And he
badass.
lives in Georgia. That's
You-
awesome.
Yeah, he lives in North Georgia.
You hear about that guy on Joe Rogan podcast that
And
he
the
does
fucking dude's in
machine.
his like 60s and runs like 10 miles a day.
Oh, dude, we're up at the top of the mountain. He runs like a trip that takes us like 45 minutes to drive down the mountain.
Yeah.
This dude wakes up in the morning before anybody else, runs down the mountain, runs back up the mountain, and then gets in his tent and chases off a bear that is literally right in his fucking face.
You're literally hanging out with Captain America, and you guys are like, yeah, he's just really rad.
He
Yeah.
just yells at the bear. He's like,
He
"Get up on out of here now!"
ate pig brains out of a can
Yep.
at a Bigfoot expedition.
Roadkill.
He ate
Kill any
pig brains
Oh, he's spectacular.
and drank the milk gravy.
Yes, he did.
Nasty bastard, but
Ugh.
still
I
cool.
don't even know what that is, but
What?
I don't want to know what that
It was
is.
pig brains in milk gravy, and it came in like a Vienna sausage can, and he fucking found it at the Piggly Wig or Hoggly Woggly, whatever, Piggly Wiggly, whatever it was called. Well, we had 2 of them. One was a gas station, and then one was
Sir
a
Wiggy
The
Pickles.
Superstore?
in Bluntstown, or in Bristol maybe. But so he buys it, and we're sitting around the camp, and because he ate it, you had to eat something.
Yeah.
Josh opened his fucking mouth.
Bigfoot.
He opened his fucking mouth, and he's like, "You ain't gonna eat that shit. Go ahead and eat it. I'll eat some too." And then he ate it.
And you were like, oh shit.
Yeah, it really sucked because I was like, "Fuck! Now I actually got to eat it."
Yeah, but the milk gravy
I love you.
was
I love
like
that you stood
milk
up.
that this thing was in the can. You know, it'd be like the
Oh
soup.
my god. This
And
is
he drank that shit. However,
Fear
why
factor.
not? You about fucking died multiple times. And this ain't the only trip he's got where it just went to shit. And I'm like, why do you still want to do this stuff?
Oh god, we got to get him in the water with
Loves it.
alligators. I mean, we
Loves
got to do something. He should be the one that plants the camera in the.
He's not scared.
I think he's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck, man. Anyways.
I ain't going anywhere with him. 'Cause I will be one of the other people frozen. Fuck.
Yeah, anyways. So what about you? Where would you go? Why would you go? What would you do?
It's one or two things, right? The poles are going to switch soon. We're all going to be dead. Mud flood. So I want to go north or I want to go south. Let's just go ancient texts before the great rewrite, as we call it. And they all talk about a utopia, a Shambhala, a whatever to the north. Norse, Hindu, everything. Go north. Magical city surrounded by ice. Or go south. Because nobody cares about Antarctica, right? But like, don't even do a deep dive. Do a minor dive. What one thing do all of the world governments agree on is good for all of us? There is no one thing. Oh wait, there is. Nobody shall go to Antarctica.
Oh yeah, dude.
Off limits, and you get a tiny glimpse, which they'll say are fake photos, but the people they sent, the Jacques Cousteaus of the exploration,
Admiral Byrd.
Yes.
Admiral Byrd.
they say, showing these pictures, talking about these places, that there's land, that it's not all frozen.
Talking about dinosaurs, bro.
They also
Dinosaurs,
encountered
bro.
like alien humanoid beings.
Yeah.
And we're talking pyramids, and we're talking reliefs that are really fascinating, a mix of Africana and lizard and like all this crazy shit, and you're like, what is this? I would be excited about travel and exploration, like, right? Wouldn't you be pumped as a kid? You'd be like, yeah, I'm training to be on SEAL Team fucking 69. We're horny and we explore, and like we would be pumped, right? It would be awesome.
Yo.
But anyway, I would want to go because I want to see. All my research is just leading me that you look at the old maps, that 1585, what's his name map that shows a coastline, and then there is a wall of ice, which I think art imitates life, and I think artists, the way they nod to us all is when you hit a high level and you actually get a little bit of power, they put in clues. So and the things that are the biggest hit, like Abbey Road, that picture, why is that the most famous picture? Why is Mona Lisa the most famous? There's a reason, because there's wisdom in there that we collectively know we're looking at something we should look a little deeper.
Right.
So anyway, yeah,
Antarctica would be badass.
Antarctica would be badass.
I have a childhood friend that went to Antarctica.
What?
Lizard
girl?
She might be somebody to talk to. Just a
Yeah, but so like
you
the-
call bullshit? Do you call bullshit
what?
on just that Antarctica being more than just a fucking sheet of ice?
There was some reason they thought the Germans went down there because they sent Admiral Byrd to find him, and they didn't send him with just like 10 people. They sent a motherfucker with like 400 fucking people down there, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. That they
Yeah.
sent down.
I think
The
it's
Germans-
there. I don't understand why there's not more people there. You know
They
what I'm
won't
saying?
allow you.
I know,
It's
that's what
like
I don't understand,
It's a
like,
council
why?
of 12 nations that you have to go before, and then they'll only let you go into restricted areas.
Usually military escort too.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're not getting out there without the military up your ass.
Right.
And
Like,
what's
I don't
the reason
understand
if
that.
nothing's there?
Right.
Right.
Because fucking something's there. But they say those humanoids on their places, they had swastikas.
Mhm.
And so they were thinking that was the Germans, but maybe the Germans got all that shit from these things. Right? And that's why they were running the swastika and stuff.
Well, I also read the Germans found like this giant, like basically massive water slide into Hollow Earth, and they were sending boats in that went all the way down. And I don't know if they came out. I
It's
don't
like
know.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
No,
The
totally.
log flume ride.
Yeah, and they were exploring that. And look, dude, the Germans like hate them, of course. Yeah, fuck them, the horrible shit. But like they discovered the world, the oddities of the world.
Just to be specific, he's talking about Nazis, not Germans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, not to be yeah. The bad. Listen, everybody's been an asshole at some point in history. Everyone is hurt. Whatever. It happens. But the exploration that they did in all avenues of research, things we don't even touch upon today, that fascinates me. Like,
That's the thing, though. I think we do touch upon it, but our government does it.
yeah,
Right,
that's
you know,
non-commercial. Non-commercial.
Yeah, they just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why all that symbology? Why giant stars in the middle of nowhere? Why
Right.
the look at the Vatican, all that crazy shit they got in there with, like, why did you choose that? And honestly, from just a very basic perspective, they use fear to hold people and to believe in something more. So it truly, when I look at it and I don't buy it, I'm like, fuck, that's scary.
It's like
So maybe that's all it is. I don't know, but why that,
the
dude?
Denver International Airport.
Yeah. The
You know
base under
about
that
that?
motherfucker, as
You
above,
know about
so
that?
below.
Do like so they have Lucifer out front, which actually this horse that's like blue, and it's got like red veins that will glow that run through it, and these big fucking
It's
red
rad.
eyes.
It's actually rad.
It actually killed its creator.
Fucking
A piece
torture.
of it fell off when they were putting it up, and it fucking cut the creator's leg, and he bled out.
Wow.
And then inside the airport, the murals, like all these nations' children, you see them surrendering their guns to this little blue-eyed, blonde-haired German kid,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Not Joey's German kid.
Yeah, but dude, like it's all end of the world shit, right? It's fucked. And then they've put up a gargoyle who will make jokes about it.
They acknowledge it, huh?
Yes, they acknowledge
That's the
it.
best
and
way to
realize-
make it bullshit.
Well, there's another thing. There's like
make
a
fun of it.
lid right in the ground. It's
Mhm.
got all these Masonic symbols on it. and it's supposed to be a tunnel deep underneath there. And that tunnel goes down to this elaborate tunnel system. They moved so much earth there building that airport. It was a third of what it took to the dirt they moved for the Panama Canal. So that's how much dirt was moved
Where'd
there.
that dirt go to?
Well, they were building a fucking tunnel underneath that. They admit to the tunnel.
But where were they taking all the excrement?
Who knows? The runway is 3 miles long. It's like 2 miles longer than a normal runway.
Like, why are you doing this, man?
And then so, but anyways, this lid, like masons will go up and put their card on it to see if it'll open, like when they come through the airport. But there's like these braille letters there, and they think that you hit it in a certain combination and that door will pop open. And people are all the time going up trying to figure it out and shit.
I think it's simple. They're connected underground, obviously, duh, and they all travel back and forth from where? Antarctica.
Oh no, but there's a base. There's a base at a place. It's about
Denver to Antarctica.
Ace of Base?
about 50 miles north. That was supposed to be like a place that housed government officials and shit. And so there was this meteor that was coming to Earth, and they didn't know if it was going to hit Earth or not, but it was huge. And Obama was south of there, south of the Denver International Airport.
Yeah.
And he was moved to a secure underground location, which was 100 miles north of that place wherever he was at.
Mm-hmm.
And 100 miles north is a Denver International Airport, bud.
It's a veiny blue horse cock.
Right.
Hi, Obama!
Yeah, that's it, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that
man.
place is hardcore. That's hardcore.
You know,
So, but where would you go?
yeah.
Oh, I would go back on that. I would go.
Back in that.
I would like to go to the Great Pyramid and do the World Gate
Ooh.
or ghost hunt.
Would you do like one person in one pyramid, one in another pyramid, or
mean, if
like
you
all
could.
around one?
I don't know how that would work out. I don't know how it would shake down because it's all with the numbers, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know how that would shake down, but I think that place, I think the pyramids were actually a huge energy device.
Wait, before you go into it, which this is fucking awesome, explain the World Gate, though. Nobody knows that.
Oh, okay, so the World Gate, back to German technology.
Scheisse!
Actually, back all the way to the Sumerians. The Sumerians had this.
Old
There was
Scheisse.
a way through audio frequencies you could manipulate the mind to make you leave, make you astral project, right? So the Germans were doing it. Then the CIA started doing it in the 60s. And the Gateway Experience, the Monroe Institute come out and all that shit. But Jay Prather, IDC Institute,
God bless his soul.
he's still alive.
He's still here. With
Jay's right now. Jay's like, damn it, I'm still here.
He
I love you, Jay.
he built this thing, the World Gate, and so it takes that technology and those methods and implies that into a new spin on it, to where it's in a haunted location, a special location, and you're trying to open a physical portal.
Cowboy genius.
We did this at the Conjuring House, our Conjuring film that's coming out in October. You'll see all about it. Brand new thing, but I tell you,
Mind blowing. Mind blowing.
I did it myself, and I actually left my fucking body. It was absolutely the best experience I ever had in my life. Like I went to heaven, hell. I seen my past, my present, my future. I seen my kids, what they were doing. I on camera asked my girlfriend what she was doing, and I had said, "This is what my girlfriend's doing," and then look at what she said she's doing. She's eating eating peaches out of a can, sitting in my spot, and I fucking seen that shit when I was there. And then the other thing, top it off, is my kids seen like a fog float through the house. But anyways,
That was you. I got 5 minutes to jerk off.
maybe it was. But yeah, I would love to do it in that place, because I feel there's something important. I don't think the Egyptians built the pyramids. I think they were already there.
And they had those metal top
Gold caps.
Gold caps.
Gold
They also
caps.
had
Like an
quartz.
antenna almost, or
Right. And then how they're like their coordinates are the speed of light.
Mhm.
Okay. And how all that, their longitude and latitude and all the numbers, and they were able to build these huge structures. I don't think they actually fucking built them, but I think they mean something. I think there's something to them, and I think doing the World Gate there, or like a place like Dulce or Skinwalker Ranch, even, you know. But I'd love to do the pyramids and do like a ghost hunt or World Gate. But the World Gate amped up the Conjuring house so much. There was a woman screaming in the house after we got done with the World Gate. After we got done traveling, we were too fucking tired to do anything because that shit fucks your brain up.
Right.
That hemisync. But yeah, because the thing is to get your brain on the same frequency, and what you're trying to do is get your brain back to you were as a child. A child's brain is not split into two hemispheres till they're like what, 5, 4 or 5,
somewhere around there.
Okay, but up until then, children can see ghosts, right? And they're just working with this one brain. Then your brain splits into the logical side and then the creative side.
Split personality.
So the
Good luck.
hemisync is syncing your brain back to as it was as a child, and you're able to astral project and leave your body.
It's awesome. Without drugs, it's just audio,
And
right?
it's the
Auditory.
strangest shit I've ever done.
Yeah, hey, you will hallucinate
So fucking weird.
from an audio frequency.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I actually seen shit, like visions, bro. It's fucking crazy.
And plus, what's his name was astral projecting, and he ran up to you and was shaking your cot, trying to wake you
Yeah.
up. Say, it's working. Yeah, Austin, it's working.
Yeah, and then I get up and I'm like, hey, you'll be able to see my cot shaking for some reason.
Yep, and
But
he's
I didn't notice him. But it was so weird because it's such an information overload because it's all at once. You know what I mean? You're seeing all this shit at once, and then like there's shit coming back to you days later. It was fucking strange. But however, I think everybody in the world should do it, because if everybody I think did that, like I'm okay with dying now.
that's a pretty
Like when I
crazy
die,
leap.
I'm going to the absolute, which is this place that you go to, and it's like everything. CIA talked about it. They talked about we live in an energy hologram and shit like that. And we go back to the universe in this place, the absolute, and so you can look in on people. You can check up on people and shit like that. And I guess till you're spit back out and back into this.
You go, no, I'm Big Brother now. No.
Right. And you fucking, it changes your perspective on life, and like I think it made me a better person. I think I'm not as angry and shit all the time like that. And I think that if everybody did it, all this bullshit we have going on in the world would stop. You'd be like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. It's done so much for my anxiety.
I think everybody that did it had some wild experiences too. And
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
had some stuff go on. Richard definitely got freaked out and
Richard
ran out of the
flipped
house.
out. Jay thought he was gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard had some.
He's like, you changed the audio, and Jay's like, well, I didn't change shit.
Right.
Just chain smoking up.
Yeah, right.
It's all gone wrong. I got 30 seconds to fix everything. Get the fuck out of my way. And then he does it, and he comes back. Oh, yeah. No, I'm a chill guy. I'm like, Jay, calm down. This is just how I am.
Super chill.
All right. Well, hey, leave in the comments where you would want to go. We want to hear about it. But we got to go. We're at a time.
We hit it already?
We already hit it. And
Boy.
so
Those boys can talk.
check us out on our Patreon, our merchandise.
Only
Merch. Check out the merch. We got female tanks. We got T-shirts. We got hats. We got beanies.
Tarot card puzzles.
Tarot card puzzle. I am getting the Skunk Ape puzzle.
That
Like
thing's
that'll
sick.
be a badass thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, check it out. Please review us, like, share, subscribe, tell your
Comment.
friends, comment. It really helps out so much.
Mhm.
But until then, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace.
Bye bye.
A live paranormal